Well, folks, the election is almost over. Something we've been talking about for the last 6, 8, maybe even 10 weeks is there's going to be a lot of people that frankly delay decisions. They delayed on buying homes. They delayed on buying cars. They might even be sitting in cash in the stock market. A conversation with Tom Lee from Fundstrat was on CNBC. I think it was this morning. It's when I saw it. Talking about all the cash sitting on the sidelines. And that actually got me thinking. Let's hope we know Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, we have, frankly, a new president. What do we do? What do you and I do different? Probably nothing. If you are part of the One Rental at a Time family, your job, your activity, your mission doesn't change. Depending on where you are in your journey, if you're at the very beginning, you're saving money for a down payment, you're learning your buy box. If you've got the down payment, you're tracking your market, you're looking every day, you're writing disrespectful offers. If you have a small portfolio, you're looking at it. Do I extract equity? Do I 1031? Do I stand pat? Nothing in your and I's daily activities should change regardless of the outcome. That's just the fact. So, by again, hopefully Tuesday night, worst case Wednesday morning, the new president is there, and we just get on to doing our thing. I want everybody to understand that our job doesn't change. There's nothing in the One Rental at a Time family, activity, buy box, discipline, get to 4 that changes one iota. So, if you want to take a couple of days, you want to see the nonsense play out in live TV, which I will admit, I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. I will be certainly paying attention Tuesday evening. It will be done. And then we just do what we do. So again, just a word of encouragement. This nonsense is almost over. We can get on with our daily activity of making our family's financial future better. That is your mission. No matter who the president is, they're not coming to save you. There's nobody saving you. You need to do your thing. You need to own your thing. So it's almost here. We will thankfully be done with this in a minute. For those of you that want to hear about my marathon yesterday, I will save that to the end because I know a lot of people come here for the daily financial news. So I will do all the daily financial news, and then I'll give you a quick summary of my successful marathon yesterday. Yes, I got the medal, and it's legit. It's like heavy. So I probably wear this all day. Just kidding. So what else do we have on the daily financial news? I want to talk about, we had some companies announce some bankruptcies. Actually, TGI Fridays, an old staple of my family's where we always celebrated big events when I was a kid, declared bankruptcy. One thing you have to realize is it only impacts the 39 stores or restaurants that are owned by the company. It doesn't involve any of the franchisees of TGI Fridays. So again, a little bit different. Looks like Wendy's, yes, the hamburger joint, is closing about 140 underperforming locations. Something I read about the average homeowner, average home buyer, kind of shocked me. And then, as always, we need to understand the average and median. Again, folks, statistics can be used in very dangerous ways. Let me explain. According to NAR, National Association of Realtors, the average, and I use that word on purpose, average age of a U.S. home buyer has jumped from 49 to 56. Yes, in one calendar year, the average NAR or the average home buyer jumped to 56. That again is the word average. Now, what about the word median? The middle. The median age jumped from 35 to 38. So what does all this mean? It means there are some very, very old home buyers buying homes. I'm going to guess likely really old billionaires and millionaires just partying out with their whatevers, and they're pulling the average higher. The other thing we have to realize, and I've been harping on this for a long, long time, we are suffering from not having enough entry level or first time homebuyer homes. The average, first time homebuyers in a healthy housing market make up roughly 40%. Now, does anybody in their right mind think we have a healthy housing market today? No, of course not. The housing market has been broken for at least 3 years. I think it will be broken for at least another 3 years. So the first time home buyers have gone from 40% to 24. To 24. 24% of home purchases are now by first time home buyers. That missing 16% is exactly why the average has gone higher. Taking that to the next step, I am on record, and I will say again here that I believe one of the ways that we can fix, or at least take a big step to fixing the home market, is building smaller homes. The fact that home builders have averaged something like 2,300 square feet for new build is crazy. It's just insane. Now, some of that is because profitability and all. I get it. But if we really want to fix the broken housing market, in my opinion, it starts with building smaller homes. Now, these smaller homes might be quote unquote attached. I don't care. We need more entry level housing. And if I was president for a day or whatever role I would have to be, that's where I would focus, is how can we create the appropriate incentives or deregulation or whatever the right word is. Maybe use some federal land and build only smaller homes. Now, I am not talking tiny homes. I am not talking 600 square feet or 800. Why don't you build a nice 1.5 at 1,200? Put in a 2-car garage. Just come on. If we're going to fix this, one of the answers has to be more entry level housing, in my opinion. We do have Boeing. Boeing workers are voting on a 38, yes, folks, 38% pay raise. That pay raise is over 4 years. If memory serves, they voted on another package a couple of weeks ago and they declined it. We shall see if this one goes through. It'd be nice to get those 40,000 Americans back to work. Should be a lot of fun. Looks like Volkswagen. I don't know if you guys are watching what's going on in Germany, but Germany is one of those, it's the biggest economy in Europe. It is, something I've said in the past is Germany catches a cold, Europe catches pneumonia. Looks like Germany is in for a little bit of pain. And you can actually see that Volkswagen is looking at closing 3 plants in Germany, impacting thousands of workers. Something to look at. What else do we got? Oh, we did have Sunday accountability group. Again, folks, if you're not a part of school, you need to join. First, let's give a shout out to Trenton and Marshall. Yes, Trenton and Marshall are the 2 newest members to the school family. Folks, don't forget, once you join school, you need to interact, post to get some of the free and powerful goodies. At level 2, you get a 6-hour masterclass on creative financing. Level 3, you get a 10-week boot camp. Again, all free, but we need to encourage collaboration. And it's not hard, folks. It's not hard to get to these levels. Just join, 67 cents a day. Accountability groups, live streams, all the stuff is available in school. I hope to see you there soon. Sunday's accountability group, 11 folks joined. They talked mindset, the cash flow game online. I've actually never played the online game. I do have the board game right over there. I still play the board game a couple of times a year. Talk about lot investing, buying underappreciated lots. Talked about Pace Morby, laundromats, and personal finance. So again, folks, anything is open in these accountability groups. We do have 3 at your disposal: Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And we also, I believe we have something occurring on Tuesdays. If you're a licensed agent or licensed broker, don't forget you can join that. I believe that occurs Tuesday. And right now we do have a very hot subgroup called Ladies of ORAT, the ladies of ORAT are really showing out. That subgroup is really taking off. I just want to thank all of them for doing that. So again, lots of stuff going on. The last thing to talk about on the economic front was factory orders. It's actually a pretty light week for economic data. We do have the Fed meeting, the Fed rate decision on Wednesday, which 99% chance of a quarter point rate cut. We'll talk about that in a minute. But factory orders came in as expected, down 0.5%. However, last month was once again revised lower. Was revised lower by 0.2. Now last month came in at 0.8. Again, it is what it is, folks. As we kind of started this discussion, I'm going to be more interested in factory orders this month because, again, just like we talked about people sitting on the sidelines, I think there are companies that were sitting on the sidelines. I think there was a lot of just a big pause, big air pocket out there. So again, it is it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. So that's it for the daily financial news. Now I'll just let you know about my marathon. Again, it won't hurt my feelings if you have to leave because you just want the daily. You don't care about my marathon, but I feel I owe it to my audience. My audience knows that early in 2024, I let it be known that I thought my 2023 sucked. I didn't do anything hard. I didn't grow. I lived in my comfort zone in 2023. And even though by many accounts, 2023 was fine, I felt I failed in 2023. So very early in January, I signed up for the Las Vegas Marathon, which occurred yesterday. Again, we finished. And my goal for the marathon was first just to finish. Something between 5 and 6 hours would have been perfectly fine with me. Below 5 would have been crazy incredible. I didn't think I would get there, but between 5 and 6 hours was my goal. I had to finish. I would have crawled to finish, frankly. More on that in a minute. We'll talk about the last 7 miles. I do want to shout out a couple of things. Again, I've never done a marathon. I never ran more than 13 miles before we did this. So it was hard, it was supposed to be hard. I remember finishing and actually getting a little bit of emotional because I had been talking to you and talking to lots of people about doing something hard. And, when you complete something hard, you check it off the box. So yeah, I remember getting a little emotional when I got past the finish line. I do want to shout out the organizers, the police, all of the people that closed the roads. It was wild to watch this big loop around Las Vegas be closed to traffic. I do want to shout out all of the folks on the sidelines. It really made a difference. I mean, there were people, it wasn't massive, but there were likely 1,000 to 5,000 people at different points just cheering on. I remember 2 signs. One of the signs said, "Worst parade ever." That made me chuckle. I thought that was really well done. And then there are a couple other people holding up signs that said something like, "Touch this to power up," or "Touch this to get a boost." It was really cute, really well done. Everybody cheering everybody. I thought that was really well done. Also, I did wear my ORAT sweater. I ran in it the whole time. It was perfect. Two runners tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, hey, ORAT or Michael, got your book, got all that." So shout out those 2 folks. And then one fan on the sidelines, like mile 16 or 17, screamed Zuber. So shout out whoever that was. I appreciate it. It was very nice of you to do that. So it was a lot of fun. Let's get into kind of the details because, again, I got the breakdown. So I ran the half marathon in 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's right around my normal pace. My mile pace for the first 13 miles ranged from 8.5 minutes to, I think, basically 10 minutes, which is really where I'm comfortable running. The next 6 miles, I got done in an hour and 18 minutes. And then all hell broke loose. Right around mile 19, everything went bad. Left foot, right knee, left hip. It was it went from painful to excruciating by like mile 21 and a half. My mile times fell drastically. I was still averaging about 10, 15, 10, 20 for those from 13 to 19. But from mile 19 to 26, it took me an hour and 50 minutes. So the final 7 miles took almost 2 hours. And I'll remind you that I ran the first 13 miles in 2 hours and 12 minutes. So the last 7 miles were completely painful, every single step. And it only got worse. I remember thinking at about mile 24 that I actually remember thinking this. I was either going to finish or I was going to break the bones in both of my feet. It was that painful. Every stride, right in the arch. Oh, so painful. So yeah, the mile times went to something like 14:45, 14:50. It was bad. A lot of walking those last 7 miles, no doubt. I will tell you now, having completed a marathon, that for me, marathons are no fun. But a half marathon, I don't mind half marathons. Again, it might be fun to try to get a mile, a half done in under 2 hours, something like that. Might be a goal in the future, but you don't have to pick a marathon. I want to go back to finishing this because I think this is important. I would challenge all of you to try to do something hard. And it doesn't have to be physical. I am so broken. I am so broken. I am already thinking about what I want my 2025 hard thing to be. And again, it could be anything. Should I say these things out loud? Yeah, I mean, so things in 2025 I'm thinking about, no promises, because again, it's going to be very personal to me what I choose to do. I could write another book, which again for me is crazy hard. I could go on a fitness journey, maybe go get my percent body fat measured and set some goal. And I'll just make this up because I have no idea what it is. Today it's 19. Maybe I take it to 12. I could go on a mission to read 26 books in a year, which I have never done. I think the most books I ever read in a year was 5 or 6. I mean, there's just so many things that you could do. It's got to be personal because again, it's going to take focus and execution. So again, if you thought 2024 was just kind of blah, I would tell you to pick something in 2025 that's hard. Because I got to tell you, I will never, even though I will never run a marathon again, or at least I don't think I will never forget 2024 because I will always have this. I will always remember. I will always remember the starting line. I will remember the fans cheering. I will remember what is going on. So just challenge yourself. I know you can do something. Shout out Wealth Building Journey. You must set high, hard goals. I love that. I love that. So again, folks, I do want to thank you for being a part of this journey. Telling you my hard goal in January is important. I believe in telling people what you're going to do so they can hold you accountable. One of the reasons I absolutely finished versus giving up or quitting at mile 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 was because of you. I completed the race because of you, because I knew I was going to have to come talk to you today, and I did not want to come back to you telling you I failed. Now, if I broke both feet and ended up in the hospital, that would have been a different story. But I was going to finish no matter what, or seemingly no matter what. So again, lots of stuff going on today. Remember, the election is over, hopefully in about 36 hours, maybe 48 hours. Doesn't mean a hill of beans. Your job doesn't change. Save for a down payment, get credit worthy, get in networks, get in like-minded communities, buy box, daily discipline. You got to join school. You got to come to Vegas for our in-person event. Folks, thank you for being there. Thank you for your support. Let's just get after it, okay? Later.